Doctor, if you could give us an update on the Chief Minister's health. Last time you said that she has made miraculous progress. When will she be discharged?
I think I can confidently say that whatever efforts that have gone in and whatever prayers that have gone in and the great teams that worked around the clock have brought her out of that serious problem, and she's doing well, recovered completely from that. But what is required is within after 6-7 weeks, there are other systems of our body which need to be pepped up. So that's happening. And as I said, you all know her more than me. She can go anytime she wants. She will want to. But most importantly, what is happening is to bring her back. Her mental functions are fine. So I can't say I want to do this and she'll keep quiet. So it's mutually we're working together to make a big difference.
So she's still on she's breathing without a respiratory support now, sir.
I'm sorry, the tracheostomy tube is still there. It's deflated. But once in a while, they give for 15 minutes or 20 minutes so that the lung expands for that purpose. Otherwise, she lives beautifully without the ventilator. But we kept that ventilator so that the lungs should not collapse before she. Only for that purpose we are using the thing. Otherwise, she's sleeping normally. She's eating normal food. Unfortunately, now she increased what we call the high protein diet, because body needs that diet.
Doctor, is she fit to resume her responsibilities as Chief Minister, or will she still require time?
I think it's a different thing. I mean, for responsibilities at that level is to guide and direct. I suppose that she can do even now, if only doctors don't put her so close in that room. But her mental functions, I can assure you, is absolutely normal. I don't see her often, but when I see last few weeks, the conversation has been very meaningful and talks with this one. So I think going is only when we feel she had adequate rehab and she can continue at home, she would go.
So when shall we expect Madam CM will resume back to her work and when she will be discharged, like the area of her work?
I think, I cannot dictate her to go to work or not to go to work. Because you know her. She has a passion for work, and that with that passion for work, she will get back to work as early as possible. What we are doing is to get that, few steps that are needed in rehab to get her back to work.
Doctor, any particular reason why she's still in the ICU or CCU, as they call it?
See, you must understand, she is in ICCU only for one good reason. That is, to keep her infection free, not to get exposed for an infection. Because even we, when we get fever for 10 days and take all those antibiotics, our resistance is low. So it is normal sense for us to see that she's in a place where the restrictions are there so that she won't get cross infection.
Will you be shifting her soon, anytime soon?
Well, I think we will shift before long. She's fit enough to be shifted, we will shift her.
How has this demonetization affected the medical business?
I think on that day, of course, I was very perturbed because patients said, we came here for surgery, this is the money I brought, now I can't have surgery and I don't have money to feed food and I have no money to go back to Northeast. So I think that I conveyed it to the necessary ministries. They replied and said, immediately we'll give you some relief. So that happened till this one. I think the pharmacies was another big one because everybody, they wanted this one. Where do they go? So even pharmacies, they exempted. Now I think it's back to normal, whereas like anybody else. Fortunately, it went smooth. The first day was troublesome. but everybody got adjusted. Our teams got adjusted and managed all of them.
Doctor, would you say the private hospitals also, it's a good idea to exempt you from the, should be allowed to accept the old currency?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
Do you think private hospitals also should be allowed to accept the old 500,000 notes, the demonetized currency?
Huh?
Like the pharmacy, should they also be allowed to?
No, now it's all over. So they allowed us for a week for the hospital, and pharmacies were given up to 21st. 21st they are given, I think. So by that time they'll have to get adjusted, and the people are getting used to it. But as I say, we felt terrible on first day. You know, what Rajam are we in? But by God's grace, I think they helped both ministries, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Finance, was very understanding and listened. And whatever happened, now everything is going very smooth. Thank you all. But please remember, don't give up this message to people that these are reversible diseases, so you must look after yourself. And if it's a stroke or a brain attack, it's an emergency. Reach the hospital early, and you can use 1066 or use any other thing to reach the hospital as early as possible. And doctors are available 24/7. Whether it's a holiday or anything else, they are available all the time. Because we have a group of doctors, they are able to look after their families and also be available for emergency work. God bless.